And good afternoon. Welcome to today's races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fusel as we kick off another big 3-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. Big 10 race card today, tomorrow, and Sunday. First race post time is 1:10. We had a big Sunday last Sunday, 4 stake races. Father's Day, we had all the old cars out here for the first annual Cars, Cigars, and Barbecue. You had the cars, you had the cigars over there by the racing office, the barbecue. I had a grilled chicken sandwich. That was delicious.
Awesome.
And some big races. I was watching the replays. Dr. Mounty, nice ride
Yeah.
by Forrest Boyce to pull off the upset with Dr. Mounty for the Hall of Famer Shug McGahee.
She can get you a trip on the turf course, can't she?
Yep.
Just settled inside, swung out with a big surge, and really times the rallies quite well on the grass course.
All right, so that was last Sunday. Handle was up. I gave out a late pick 5, a little over 2,700. Dr. Mounty helped me, and then the Susan Cooney first-time starter had a big prize in the finale to wrap things up.
We talked about that horse on the show. That was kind of her angle there. Comes in, brings these horses into work.
Here,
Couple works over the Laurel Park surface, and got the job done in debut.
All right, so let's get right to it here. Lots to get to. Big show for you today. Today's Stronach 5-day, $100,000 guarantee. They bet over $167,000 into it last week. Industry low, 12% takeout. Let's check out the lineup. Laurel Park's going to be heavily involved today in the Stronach 5. It starts here at Laurel Park. Race 9 about 5:22 Eastern time. Then leg B is Gulfstream Park, race 7. Then we come right back here, leg C, Laurel Park, race 10. Then we go to Santa Anita Park, race 5 for leg D. And then we wrap it up at Gulfstream Park, race 9. I have a ticket for the Stronach 5. We'll show that to you once we get to race 9. We also have a nice carryover today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 5 on the Big 10 race program. There's the carryover. That's a nice number, $13,440, and you could it paid. It's been paying well, even when you don't take the whole jackpot down. The 6 out of 6 is still with multiple winning tickets. Still been paying us some nice payouts.
You need to dive in on the wager. 20-cent base, just give it a chance. I mean, we had a couple the other day. Was it a 4 of 6, or if I still paid well?
Sure.
So it's a good little sequence today. We have a couple key scratches later in the card. We'll get to that. But all in all, pretty good betting card. We got some tough races this weekend. Racing office, man, they're going to make us work. It's not easy.
Big fields on the world-class turf course. Let's show you a picture of both racing surfaces. There you go. That turf course looks better than Royal Ascot. The heck with Royal Ascot. Frankie Dettori, all that nonsense. We're fast and firm. Beautiful weather today, 79, mostly cloudy, little cloud cover, not too hot. 110. First race post time. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 will start the popular early pick 5. Mandatory payout on the early pick 5 with an industry low 12% takeout. I have a ticket for the early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's get right to it here. There's my ticket, $36 ticket. I go 4 deep in the opener. It's a maiden 10 going a mile on the main track. You need some good coverage here in race 1, so I go with the 2, 3, 5, 7. There's my ticket. My key horse comes in race 5. Keep it up there a second, guys. Race 5, I single on a 6-1 shot. The 5, Shrove Tuesday, gets Victor Carrasco aboard for Neil Morris. Victor with a big win on Cord Maker against Stakes Company last Sunday. So I go with the 6, Shrove Tuesday at 6-1. My single on the early pick 5, $36 ticket. You can study my tickets. Keith likes the early pick 4. We'll show you that. You can study all our tickets and picks today on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. What do you think of my 6-1 shot?
We'll have a little duel going on in that race. I like Check Bouncing Billy. Shrove Tuesday, big race. Going to channel his Mountaineer Park. Close his eyes because he's loving Mountaineer Park as your top selection.
Right.
But, man, blowout victory last time. She certainly fits.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
good race. We got a couple scratches in there, but several horses have a solid chance in that race. I like Check Bouncing Billy stretching out. That was the turf debut. We'll show the video later. It was kind of the key to me.
All right, so race 5 going to be a key race for this early pick 5 and early pick 4. Race 1 going a mile, main track, maiden 10,000, filly mares 3 and up, blow up potential here in the opener. That's what happens in these races. Scratch the 1, 4, and that's it. So a 6-horse field. I end up on the favorite here, the 2, Gracie Gab. For one of our top trainers, Claudio Gonzalez, he's starting to pick up the wins, and once he starts winning, they just start winning, in bunches. And this filly by Bulls Bay, a good second 2 starts ago at Delaware in a 6-horse field. Maiden 25,000 going a mile. Didn't like the turf. Last out back to the main track today. We dropped to the maiden 10. We get Ashley Castrenze to ride. Ashley's won some races recently for Claudio, so I go with the favorite, Gracie Gab, on top in race 1.
Yeah, she's going to be very short price. Scratch the 1 and the 4. And the opener comes out of a double key race. 3 races back at Laurel Park, and actually 2 races back at Delaware on that mile dirt try. Went second. Flying Pheasantly came back to run a good 46 at Monmouth. That kind of number I would think would win this race clear. So, yeah, short price you're going to get on the 2, Gracie Gab. I go to the 3, Nosy Josie. Not normally a move, stretching out from 4.5 to a mile. But maybe she's showing something at Sagamore that she just wants to kind of go out there. Maybe she can get the lead and go 1 clip, stretching out from the 4.5, a little bit of a late run or a couple races prior, some scattered form. She's going to have to be part of the pace. And this trainer, he's done okay. And, stretching out. And the Lone Sib did win 5 times on the turf going long. But the sire says long on the dirt as well. Overdriven's about 13%. Take a shot, slight upset in the opener with the 3, Nosy Josie.
All right, so we like the same 4 filly and mares here in race 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 all day long, hopefully, to get me live in that early pick 5. Okay, you like the early pick 4. It's a nice big field, going a mile and a 16th on the turf, rail at 35 feet, so maiden claiming 40,000, filly and mares 3 and up. Let's check out your early pick 4 ticket and see how you play it.
I'm going to whittle it all down as well.
I'm sorry, starts the super high 5 as well. That's a low 15% takeout on the super high 5s. That starts in race 1. My bad, guys. Sorry. And then also we start the early pick 4. There's go. Keith's ticket.
Yeah, 2489 to get you started. I think this is a wide open maiden claimer on the turf. Fillies and mares, $40,000 variety. 2489. Third race we go 1, 5, 6, 7. Foggy Dreams. Trying to make it 2 in a row, right? Or 3 in a row. The horse is on a roll, right?
Sure, yeah.
For Rodolfo Sanchez Salomon. Fourth race, 2, 5, and 8. Quality Matters off of some time. We've got a stat on that one. And winding down to the signal. We got the 8, Check Bouncing Billy, stretching out off of that encouraging turf debut. $24 is your ticket.
All right, and you have a nice video that we pulled for Check Bouncing Billy. We'll show you that when we get to race 5. Let's check out race 2 here, mile 16th on the turf, rail 35 feet, maiden 40,000, filly and mares 3 and up. I go with the 4 on top here, Height of the Storm. You have this filly on top as well. 3-year-old by Tri-Tap for Timmy Keefe, a good second last down at this level, going long on the turf for the first time. That was Pimlico late May. 33-1 that day. We're not going to get that big of a price today, but we still might get a little bit of a price on the 4.
Yeah, 2's a little bit suspect to me. Coming out of better races, no doubt about it. Blinkers going, but going back to the 4, Height of the Storm. Caught a lone speed there. Moncado just stretched out from the sprint, went right to the front, and galloped on that firm Pimlico turf course. Height of the Storm 3 wide every step of the way, but very willing to the wire. Like we talked about, Forest Boys on the turf. I'm very rarely going to leave her out. I think this horse will be able to tuck in, save a little ground, and make a move turning for home.
All right, so we both have the 4 on top. The 2, Comfy and Cozy, is going to be one of your favorites here in race 2. We have a video spotlight to show you of this filly. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Curlin. Here's the race at Pimlico May 11th on a soft, yielding turf course, maiden special weight. She gets checked down there on the rails. She's going to end up finishing 6th this day, beaten 13 1/4. She was the favorite this day, but didn't have a good trip. Yielding turf course. Now we get to a firm turf course today. Michael Matz puts the blinkers on, and you get a top rider with Georgie Vargas Jr. She should get a nice forwardly placed trip with a ground-saving trip as well.
No doubt. She comes out of the better races down at Gulfstream, some productive races there. And if you noticed on that video, the horses that were doing the running were well out in the center of the course.
Right, Pepper
towards
Sprout.
The center. Yeah, Pepper Sprout. That was the debut winner, right? Eddie Graham, big number on the yielding surface. Right. She kind of maybe bogged down inside. So firmer turf course today should move comfy cozy right back in near the money.
All right, 248, and you like 248. The 9, the 9. You know, the 9. What's attractive about the 9 is this filly gets to carry 111. 111. That's a nice lightweight assignment with the 7-pound apprentice Avery Wisman. Second off the layoff today for trainer Tom Proctor, who won a race recently here at Laurel.
A little improvement, second off the bench, and once again comes out of the height of the storm race. Was the favorite, beaten favorite there with a little bit of trouble. Had no way of making up ground against that lone speed. The winner just kind of dictated all the way through. So a little bit better late punch, I believe, from Ravenel. Once again, Wisman is going to have to drop in, save a little ground, maybe get covered up around that final turn, and then try to bring that rush to get it done.
All right, so nice maiden turf round for filly and mares there in the second race. Let's get to the third here. Race 3, we're going 6 furlongs on the main track. This is a $25,000 starter allowance. Filly and mares 3 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. That's the condition. You have the one on top.
Yeah.
Let's start right there. Foggy Dreams. This filly's on a roll. You're right. And the barn's on a roll as well. Here's the win from June 7th at Laurel.
I tell you, it jumped up dramatically in the buyers. I thought that 2-back race, the maiden score, was a little bit better in the 37, but gets the right kind of flow up here this afternoon on June the 7th over the Laurel Park Dirt Course. Just settled in behind horses, finds his seam, is able to swing out to about the 5-path, turning for home. And I tell you, watch this run. Confidently handled, and she is very eager to the wire. Bill gave you that comment in your long footnotes in the Equibase chart. Make sure you check those out. You'll find some nuggets sometimes in those charts that'll really pay the dividends. Look at this, Stan. Just under a little bit of a mild hand ride. Onwards and upwards for Foggy Dreams. And you should get an okay price in here because your buyer just still doesn't quite stack up. Right. I think you'll get at least 4 on her.
All right, well, I use her. I use her in my top 3. Rudy Sanchez Solomon, he's been on a roll. He's 4 wins from 11 starts so far this summer here. Lost a 36% win clip. He's 8 for 11 in the money. He's 24% winners on the year. So Rudy Sanchez Solomon having a big year, having a big meet. Foggy Dreams very live. The 5 I have on top here. Last Love. The turf experiment didn't go very well last out. Hopefully she can rebound and recoup from that. Or her 4 races before that on the main track right here at Laurel for trainer Bill Comlo. They were all very good. Julio Correa, he's won twice on this filly. He's back aboard today. Let's see if Last Love, a 4-year-old daughter of Not For Love, can get back in good form today.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the tactics. Will they kind of go ahead and attack? She's pretty quick. Outside, far outside. Trombetta's got 2 in here. He's got Cherokee Sky, the 8-horse breaking from the 8 post. Probably going to go ahead and send because cover photos of Stone Cold Closer. So I think she's going to get engaged with Last Love. So Last Love's, you're going to need the right kind of rating job here by Julio Correa. Certainly capable of doing that. And I do think she is the one to beat. Stan talking about those 4 prior races before the turf. Yeah, she's tactical. She's improved. And she can run close to a 70. Well, that's probably going to win this race if she can get that.
All right, we both use the 6 Hot Freesia for Ann Merriman. Jevion Toledo will ride. Just missed at this level 2 starts ago on the main track at Pimlico. The 2 turf tries surrounding that race, they were both pretty good. So all 3 races after that little break earlier this year, all 3 races since then been pretty strong for Hot Freesia.
Yeah, she's just pretty consistent. You break it all the way down. She's a money earner. She's an ATM machine.
Right.
Yeah, only 2 wins. So if she picks up checks, pays the bills, she's kind of an easy mare to ride. You just sit there mid-pack, make that one little move. It really hasn't been good enough too many times, but, boy, it puts her into the money. She's a definite user. Hard to leave out of the exactas and tries here in race number 3.
All right, take a look here at race 4. Race 4, we're on the main track going 5.5 furlongs. We kick off the middle pick 4. Maiden claiming $40,000 for 3-year-olds and upward here. I have the 1 on top, 7 on the rocks. I have on top for trainer and owner and breeder William A. Campbell, Billy Campbell. 3-year-old by Rock Slide. This horse ran big last out against Maiden, 40,000, going 6 furlongs right here at Laurel Park. I was back on June 9th, just 12 days ago. A real big second. That was first time blinkers on that day for 7 on the Rocks. He ran a lifetime best 65 Buyers. So now second time blinkers today. The X-Man back aboard. Just going to have to try to break sharp from the inside and see if this Colt can get to the front. I have 7 on the Rocks on top.
Yeah, that was first blinkers on the dirt last time out. It really improved speed right up on the edge of Dueling. Look at those internals. 22 and 145, just a little bit of a slight fade. Bull Shark, I think that was that firster, right? The Cal Lynch firster.
Bull Shark,
they got it done. Knees in the Breeze, the 7 horse, did get a little trouble that day out of the gate. Bobbled. We expected that one to be on the lead. I think he's going to get involved with 7 on the Rocks today, setting it up for a possible closer. How about the 5? Quality Matters. So horse came in last year for Christophe Clement as a 2-year-old. Took some play, ran okay. Debut wasn't bad. You see the Shore comment, late interest, took a lot of play, second time out, and just kind of didn't quite finish after early trouble. But first time gelding, we got a stat here for Trombetta.
Yep.
These maidens, first time in the barn, right? On the dirt. Here we go. Thank you, Stan. 2 years, last 2 years on the dirt. 3 for 7. I know it's a smaller sample. 43%, 5 for 7 in the money. Maidens first after the trainer switch. Positive ROI. Well-bred son of Quality Road. Quality Matters. Regrouped and ready to fire, I think, off the layoff.
Yeah, Trombetta, he's trying everything here. First time Lasix, first time gelding. Horse been working well here at Laurel Park. 101 back on June 5th, and then 48 and 1.5 from the gate June 14th. That was just a week ago. So he should be sitting on a big race.
Absolutely.
I use him on my early pick 5 ticket. Let's also the 8. We both like the 8 a little bit here. Bold Trek. We have a video from his debut on the turf at Pimlico.
Yeah, sneaky price. We're not going to get to see him too much, but he was fractious pre-race, stuck down inside, turning for home. Yeah, Rail Master just airmailed him this day. I don't know where this race came from. I thought he could win, but not win like this. But watch Bold Trek in the last few strides. He shifts to the outside for the final 16th of a mile. Watch this little flash. The old Clem Florio. You look for that flash past the wire.
Sure.
Bow Trek, going back, the second dam was okay. Was a pretty good sprinter on the dirt. Hammy, this kind of move. Last 5 years, 3 for 17. That's 18% turf to dirt with horses making their second career start. So Bold Trek, a little bit of a price user. And let's talk real quick, Stan, about this firster. Mark Reed Barn for Smart Angle by Can the Man. He's about 13% with his first-time starters. Bourbon and Ice. Look at the family. The mare, Grade 1 stakes winner at Woodbine, made over almost $600,000, ran fast. 6 foals, all winners, multiple winners, including a debut winner. This horse could be right. You're a little worried here. Bought for 35 in for 40 first time out, but they might be trying to score here with the Lasix on in debut. This jockey-trainer combination has done very, very well of late.
Well, yeah, in the barn, Mark Reed barn, they're on fire. They're 3 for 9, 6 for 9 in the money. They had the stakes win with Please Flatter Me last Sunday. So, yeah, the 2, Bourbon and Ice, could be live. A nice maiden event there in race 4. We have to get a quick commercial break. When we come back, lots to get to. Nice carryover in the pick 6 starting race 5. The Stronach 5 starts in race 9. Race 10's the third leg of the Stronach 5. We'll get to all of that right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 5 on our 10-race program. We have a nice carryover. Let's show you the number, $13,440 in the Pick 6. This will be well played. They'll put about $10,000 there, and it'll be around $20,000-$25,000 sitting there when it's all said and done. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for today's Pick 6. Let's check it out. Does he have a single?
Yeah, he likes to wind. A little different, little different move here. He's been kind of winding it down to a single.
Right.
No single today.
You said it's a tough sequence. He goes 5 deep there in race 6. He's looking for a price there in race 6. All right, so there's his ticket, $72 ticket. You can study his ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website. Underneath the handicapping section, we'll put it up again, race 5 when the pick 6 starts, and Tim will talk you through his ticket a little bit as well. But a nice, all right, the starter handicap allowance series, the summer starter handicap series starts today. A bunch of nice races. Race 5, we're going a mile on the turf, rail setting at 35 feet. This race is a 16,000 starter allowance race. Started for 16,000 or less since June 1st of 2018. That's the condition. Nice big $30,000 purse. We're going a mile turf. Let's start here with the 8. Okay, you have the 8 on top. We have a check bouncing Billy. Love the name here for trainer Jamie Ness. Let's take a look here at the video, late April at Pimlico.
Yeah. At Laurel Park, was down inside under a sustained drive from about mid-turn, ran up on a wall of horses coming to the 8th pole, shifted out actually twice, had to alter course. Kitty's right had the clear trip to the outside, but switches over to left lead late a little bit. I'm concerned, not terribly about that, but what I liked as I followed that video out this morning through the gap, boy, she was really kind of keen to keep going on and on and on, and she's run well going long on the dirt. Not a lot of not a lot of true speed in this race. I think she's going to be forward and can grind out a victory up close to the pace today with Daniel Centeno. Talk about this race real quick. Race 5, key scratches. Scratched the 9, Pugilist, was 8-5 morning line. Also scratched the 10, and we're going to scratch the 7, Mortal Storm, who's a main track only. So take out 7, 9, and 10 in race 5. Check Bounce and Billy, our price of 8-1. Cut it in half probably. Probably be 4-1, 9-2 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, Centeno Ness, top connections there for the 8. Check Bounce and Billy. My price play of the day here. You like this filly a little bit. Kitten's Joy, man, they just run on anything. He's worth every bit of $75,000 stud fee. Look at this filly by Kitten's Joy. She galloped when the race came off the turf for going a mile in the dirt at Mountaineer back in May. That was a third-level allowance condition. Then she won a 4 other than last out, going 7 furlongs on the turf at Mountaineer. Big 78 buyer. We'll see if that number holds up here today. She won going a mile and a half on the turf at Great Meadows, the hunt meet down in Middleburg last October. So she's tough. She's durable. She loves the turf. Victor Carrasco rides for Neil Morris. I go with the 5, Shrove Tuesday on top here.
Yeah, I just did not know what to make. It wasn't the strongest of fields. Really wasn't any established turf in Mountaineer. But, boy, when you win like that and dominate like that, you got to take a second look. And, some of those Great Meadow races produce some okay horses. You get some horses, classy horses coming off some layoffs and stuff, Stan. And, Shrove Tuesday in here, I think is a user. There's no doubt about it. But I check Bounceability is going to be the top selection. This 3 Wildcat cartridge back on the turf last time out at Penn National. You ran into a 1-10 shot. You imply a 10-time winner up there. I think it might be Bernie Allen's horse. Just an absolute killer, but a respectable race. Very willing to the wire. The mile hits her right in the head. She's going to be tactical in here. Tricky little race 5. I don't think there's I'm going to take the shot. I'll check Bounceability as my single, but if you're kind of working some other stuff, you might want to go a couple deep. I think my Vixen's sneaky for Gary Cap. Putting this horse in his spot. Ran the best race of her career on the grass on a yielding turf course, but I always, I'm never. I'm not going to throw Gary out in here. No.
All right, so I use the 4 My Vixen in the exacta. So nice starter allowance race there, and race 5 to kick off the big pick 6, race 6, another starter allowance race. This race will kick off the late pick 5. No carryover in the late pick 5. They hit it last Sunday, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. So late pick 5 here in race 6. So it's a 16,000 starter allowance going to 5 furlongs on the turf, 5/8 on the turf, rail setting 87 feet, and I go with the 1 Bustin' Hearts on top. So do you. We have a video. This 6-year-old mare, she burned me last out at almost 7-1. Here she comes.
Well, there's plenty of speed in this race, and you're going to get a similar setup as she did in her turf debut over at Pimlico. Good ride here, just benefited shifting out to the middle of the course and really rolling home. Look at this ride by Sheldon Russell. Man, very energetic.
Buried me.
Yeah. Oh, buried you?
Oh, knocked me
that
right
was,
out.
yeah.
A big ticket, a big two trip to the ATM ticket. I think that was one of those mandatory payout days, wasn't it?
Yeah, I could have given her a kiss in the winner's circle bowl, busting hearts. We happened to use her that day, which was good. Well, we had a host of guys on the ticket, but busting hearts, yeah, a little soft spot for her, and I think she's going to get this set up today.
Oh yeah, I
right
use her right on top for sure. We both like the 7 a little bit as well here. Queen of Schmooze, a good second in that video we just showed you behind Bustin' Hearts. So if you like the Bustin' Hearts, you have to like the 7 as well.
Yeah, and Salt Pond. We're going to go back. We're going to get Angel Cruz on Salt Pond. First time he's ridden this 4-year-old filly by Soldat. A brutal trip last time. Like Garrett, Rudy Sanchez, I'm a very rarely can you kind of just eliminate this horse. On the go back, she's got the numbers that work, and she can close. Made up a ton of ground after going very wide and encountering early trouble last time out.
All right, let's see if we can get Bustin' Hearts home here in race 6. Let's move right on here to the 7th race to kick off the late pick 4. Nice maiden special weight on the main track here in race 7. We're going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Maiden special weight, filly mares 3 and up. I go with the 7 on top here. You like the 7 a little bit as well. Midnight Party for trainer Jimmy Jerkins. This a 3-year-old daughter of Ghost Zapper. She ran okay on a sloppy track. I was coming off a little bit of a layoff at Belmont late April. That was her first start on the main track after 2 turf tries against tough maiden special weight company at Gulfstream earlier this year, back in January and February. I mean, she was 26-1, 13-1 in those races. She was 7-1 in the slop when she was 3rd. And first time Lasix last out, she ran okay on the turf, but again, she was 11-1. She got beat 5 1/4, but she did get a 70 by her speed figure that day. So she's dead fit today. She gets a fast track for the first time today. She gets Sheldon Russell to ride. So I go with the Ghost Zapper filly on top, Midnight Party.
Yeah, the old New York outfit's coming down, right? You got Jim Jerkins, Shug, Michelle Nevin with We Are Family, who I made a slight 2-1 morning line favorite. Looks like the pace in here off since early May. The only time she ran in Maryland, ran a pretty good race behind the next out winner. I go to the 4, kind of the stranger in the group. Mandette for Kelly Rubley. Only try turf back in October over the soft turf going. I don't know what kind of read. Community Watch, I believe, was a McGahee runner in there. But I see the breeding here. I see dirt. This is a horse that's half to Barley Jack, who won a couple races here and ran pretty quick, Stan. And the exchange rates, they can go ahead and go long. They're 15% routing on the dirt. So there's some stuff here for me that really, really works. I got a little stat. 4 for 9 maidens routing off of a 180-day layoff. Okay, that was on the turf. Okay, but getting horses to win going long, she can do it. ROI was huge at $7. I like that stat, even though it was a little bit of a turf stat. This horse is bred to handle the dirt. She's gonna slip away an okay price against these kind of heavy hitter outfits coming in.
Yeah, I won't knock her. I won't talk you off her. Rubley 4 for 9 this summer. She's on a roll. The boy, you get Toledo, so strong connections here. Well-bred filly, the 4 mandate. You'll get a decent price on her. The 3 We Are Family is going to be one of your favorites in here. Is she suspect going a mile in a 16th? That's the question for this 4-year-old filly.
It looks like she just doesn't bring a whole lot of punch the last 1/8 of a mile. Right. Against this group, she's towards the inside. Looks like the speed, unless the 4 really hounds her. My top selection, Mandette. I mean, it's just she gets a little bit of the staggers there late, but this slight class relief. Inspector Havers, I don't have in this race, but man, McGahee, Boyce, we've seen them scored some prices. How about just the other day?
Sure.
Tough read. This horse I have to. Inspector Lindley, that killer on the grass. So, man, this might be the wake up with blinkers on and back to the dirt.
All right, so Keith looking for a price there in race 7 to kick off the late pick 4. Let's take a look here at race 8. Race 8, another 16,000 starter allowance handicap race, going 5/8 on the turf, rail at 87 feet. Let's start with the favorite. We both have American Sailor on top, 3 to 5 morning line. We've had scratched a 2, 4, and the 5 from this race. That 3 to 5 is probably going to go to what, 2 to 5, 1 to 5 here on American Sailor. Here's the video of his last win at Pimlico.
Just facing some killers in sprints, and then went right to the starter at 40 cents to the dollar and just absolutely rolled home. Going to have to deal with some other speed, but the other speed draws inside. That's the one celebration. American Sailor doesn't have to run a 98 to win this right back, but just has to maintain some kind of semblance of his recent form, and he's going to be awfully tough. I do like Rapid Dan. If I think anybody's going to maybe upset this horse, Rapid Dan. First time in the barn of Patrick Newsom. This guy does a phenomenal job. He's done well with horses off of layoffs. They always look good when they come to the paddock. So horses run well over this Laurel turf course. Rapid Dan is fresh, and I think he's going to be ready to go for this outfit.
Yeah, good.
He can stalk and pounce.
I use the 8. We have a video. We both like the 7 a little bit. I believe Tim has the 7 where he was as his best bet of the day. The 12 to 1 is going to come down after the 3 scratches. But here's the good-looking win coming from off the pace. This was going 5.5 on the turf here at Laurel early May. Second off the layoff. Here comes where he was. Gets up late. And is going to win by a length of a quarter with Trevor McCarthy aboard. So then I ran a good second on the main track at Parks last out when it came off the turf. So he's in good form right now. A 4-year-old by Majestic Warrior, Lizzie Merriman. You know she's always dangerous on the turf. You get Caramanos to ride today.
Yeah, capable. Celebration, interesting. Just popped the big number last time. Not the toughest of groups. I remember Will was okay, but can he kind of shake free of American Sailor? That's going to be his key.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 9 is going to have a lot of attention on race 9, a lot of national attention on race 9. It's the first leg of that popular national wager. The Stronach 5 starts race 9 here at Laurel today. $100,000 guaranteed pool in the Stronach 5. Industry low, 12% takeout. Let's show you the lineup of races if we have it. There we go. There's the guarantee. Let's show the lineup real quick for the Stronach 5. Starts Laurel Park, race 9, about 5:22. Then we go to Gulfstream, race 7, then back to Laurel, race 10, Santa Anita, race 5, then Gulfstream, race 9. There's the lineup. Let's show you my ticket. Real attention, Stronach 5 fans, okay? Stronach 5, leg D, race 5 from Santa Anita consists of 9 program runners. So initially, when race 5 from Santa Anita came out, the PPs were wrong for that race.
Okay.
But they've since been corrected. If you have a recent edition of the Daily Racing Form, I'm sure it's corrected, and it should be corrected in the program. So race 5 from Santa Anita consists of 9 program runners. That's leg D of the Stronach 5. All right, let's check out my ticket real quick, guys. All right, thank you. $72 ticket. They scratched Flow Motion in race 9. Flow Motion was my best bet of the day. It was going to be my key horse on the Stronach 5. So no Flow Motion in Laurel Park, race 9. So I go 4 deep. I used the 5, 6, 8, 10, looking for a little price. Maybe do that dance. How about He's One Wild Dude? The 8's going to be a price. Let's see, the 5, the 6 might be a price. Makif might be a price, and the 10 High Noon Rider is going to end up being one of your favorites with the scratch of Flow Motion. So we'll talk about race 9 some more, and there's the rest of my ticket. My single comes in the third leg of the Stronach 5. That's Laurel Park, race 10. All right, my single is the 13, who draws in off the AE 13 Silver Sides with Daniel Centeno aboard. That's going to be one of your favorites in Laurel Park, race 10. That's leg C of the Stronach 5. That's my single on this ticket. All right, 7. You can study that ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's handicap these races.
Right,
race 9, another starter handicap, 16,000 starter handicap, going to mile turf, rail at 35 feet. I go with the 5 on top here in race 9. You like the 5 as well. We have a video to show you of Do That Dance. Here's the big win at Pimlico. There he comes wide on a yielding turf course.
There we go, high and wide on the yielding turf course was Do That Dance. This was back in the Phil Schoenthal barn, and I tell you, he had run some capable numbers prior to that for Phil Schoenthal. This was a little bit of a surprise at this big of a price at 30-1, Stan. So Do That Dance right back at you. Can handle a firm course as well. I think he's going to be maybe a little bit closer than what he was that day, but we're going to have some speed up front. Federal Walk is going to go ahead and try the turf again. Tried it once one other time. Didn't run that great, but this was a different horse right now. He's going to be out there with a pace flow of the 8. He's one wild dude. I think High Noon Rider. He's in really good form right now as well. He's kind of closed into some slower paces. He gets a little bit more help up front today. Right. I should say the two-back pace was pretty good. Last time out, they were dawdling on that yielding turf course. So I think High Noon Rider will be able to turn the tables on Do That Dance.
So with the big scratch of the 1 Flow Motion, who was the 5-2 morning line favored, post-time favorite going to be somewhere between the 5 Do That Dance and the 10 High Noon Rider.
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay. How about my 2 price plays here? The 6 Makeef got a big 76 buyer last out, winning on the turf at Pimlico for a new young trainer, Suzanne Satinius. Weston Hamilton will ride today. I think the 6 is live, and he's one wild dude. He's always live. He's going to have something to say about this race. He'll be forwardly placed with Montanez aboard.
Yeah, I think he'll be comfortable settled maybe just outside of Federal Walk if Federal Walk decides to go, but he'll fight you. A Reclaim by Ricky Silliman a few starts back. Proven over this turf course. The mile is a good fit, I think, for him. I think he's going to be okay. What do you do with Whirl and Curl? We don't have Rudy in our top 4, right? There's another one. Look, pulled another upset last time out at 9-1, going back to the turf. Only beaten a couple lengths by similar horses with an excuse. So there you have it. Race 9, I think, is a complete spread race.
Oh, yeah, didn't run too bad 2 starts ago on the turf at Pimlico. So, all right, so big starter handicap. Race 9 to kick off the Stronach 5. Race 10 here at Laurel Park is going to have a lot of national attention. It's the 3rd leg of the Stronach 5. Race 10, 5.5 on the turf rail at 87 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000. Filly and mares 3 and up. Let's show the stat first. We have a stat for trainer Eddie Graham with the 7 Barack. Here's the Eddie Graham stat.
Yeah, last 3 years, 4 for 15, 27%, 7 for 15 in the money. 3rd off of a layoff. There's a good ROI for you, $2.30. And pretty much he lost all chance in the opening quarter of a mile last time. You see that taken up into the first turn provided by the chart callers. But Barack, might be a little bit further back than I would like. Going to make a run into it. Can she get up in time over the likes of probably, I think is going to be your favorite, the 13 Silver Sides with Centeno. Horror trip 2 races back. I don't know what happened last time. We've got our little rank early on. Just never fired. I think she'll pick things back up from the outside. There's not a slew of speed at all in here. She's going to have to be forward.
Yeah, all right. She's my single 3-year-old daughter, a bandbox from Mike Durales, and our main man, Mark Lapidus, our biggest fan of today at the races here, Mark Lapidus. So we're rooting on him. He scratched a favorite near the 3 Kittens friend, and this filly draws in. So she's my key horse on the Stronach 5, number 13, Silver Sides here in race 10. All right, so let's get a cold 13-7-9.
Just real quick on the 9. You threw her in here as well. This is a 3-year-old filly by Narrative. Well, the 4-year-old Full Brother, trained by Thomas McMahon, didn't run a terrible turf debut going long not too long ago. I think she's running Saturday or Sunday here, but the works are okay. Lasix on in debut. You got Ruiz, kind of a turf kind of a rider. If you're looking for that stranger, she certainly might be the one in race 10.
And you'll get a big price there on the 9, Mabel's Fable, who we both like a little bit here in race 10. All right, that's it. We're out of time. Big 10 race card. Nice carryover in that pick 6. That's over 13,000 starting race 5. Race 9 kicks off that popular Stronach 5 with a big guarantee. They bet over 167,000 into it last week. So I'm gonna take a shot. I like my single with Centeno aboard, Silver Sides. I'm gonna take a shot here, see if I can keep the hot hand going. We gave out the late pick 5 last Sunday. See if we can give out another Stronach 5 today.
That's all we try to do. Help the public.
That's right.
Sometimes we can't help ourselves, but we'll try to help the public.
All right. Good luck. Dave Robbins coming up next today to give you scratches and changes for a beautiful Friday afternoon. Good luck.
Good luck.